All right, let's check out what we picked up today. It was bag day today, but let's see what else we got in the store before we get there. Found another Conan novel, not by Robert E. Howard. This one's by Steve Perry, Conan the Indomitable. Pretty nice shape. Not sure if we've come across this one before, but I'll check. And I remember Steve Perry is a sci-fi writer, did some of the Star Wars novelizations and stuff, so that's that. And we got 3 Peter Straub books here, all the same publisher. They look quite alike, so it'll make for a nice easy listing to sell. The Throat, Coco, and Mystery. Spines look very nice as well. $3 each. $3 for that one as well. Good deal though. And we got The Spear of Destiny by Trevor Ravencroft. We found this once or twice before. $3 for this. It's worth a little bit more. You could probably sell it for at least 20. The occult power behind the spear which pierced the side of Christ, and how Hitler inverted the force in a bid to conquer the world. Sounds pretty interesting. And it looks like there's some photos or something in the middle here. Whoa. All right. So, one more thing from inside the store we found. This is a really cool find. Unfortunately, it's not worth as much as we think, considering how much the Bongo, Simpsons, and Futurama comics are worth. This isn't all worth that much, even though it's really cool. And the Simpsons Futurama crossover comics by Bongo are worth quite a bit, especially if they're graded. Now this though has a slipcase. Nevertheless, it is really cool. Only $5 though too. And it's a hardcover. So you got that one because I think it was in 2 parts. The comics were, but this is just probably one of those hardcover that was printed a bunch. I'm not sure if these lines are supposed to be there or not. Let's see, chapters 1 through 4. That's a great picture. That one too. Yeah, these will be fun maybe to read too as well. Luckily, your thing about comic books is, a big book like this with 100 something pages or so. Oh, whoa, look at that. There's a lot of extras at the end there. So the comics only take up about maybe 150 or so pages. How long would that take to read? A half hour maybe or so? Yeah, let's flip through all these really cool poster art type pictures. That one's cool. And these. Oh, that's a good one. Now this looks like the art of Sergio Aragonés. Yeah, it is. You can always tell. Actually, this is crosses over to the second page. Use the word crossover. Anyway, so that is really cool. Might have to hang on to that for a little bit since it's not worth all too much. Anyway, let's see what we got here. A total of $5 plus tax for everything you see here. A pretty decent haul. We'll see a lot of sci-fi and stuff, but nothing too great. But let's look through it. A lot of odd stuff as well. Eric Ambler's Curse of the Alarm. What is this? Kind of a random pickup. I think it's Yeah, Spy Story. Okay, that looked kind of interesting. But stars, planets, and galaxies. Some science stuff there. There's a mystery novel from the Great Mystery Library. Eric Ambler. Was that? Yeah. Okay, so we got two by Eric Ambler. That's probably why I got them. I guess. Background is interesting. The title. We got more Gregory Benford. Here we found a few times recently. This one's in not very good shape. You know, I might have left this there if I probably just grabbed it. Like I mentioned, the books are stacked like this, so you grab them, and sometimes you don't notice some of the flaws. It's also a little warped, but this one's called Alien Flesh. A few Harry Harrison books today. You know, a lot of these feel like the weather's done something to them, maybe to the stars, but there hasn't been any humid or rainy weather, so I don't know. Arthur C. Clarke, Rama 2. And David Brin, good find here. Book 1 of the new Uplift trilogy, Brightness Reef. And a lot of David Brin recently. Here's another Harry Harrison, West of Eden. Take on the East of Eden book, I guess. Just as far as the title goes, at least. Foundation Sphere, it is an Isaac Asimov Foundation novel, but it's written by Gregory Benford, who we saw just a second ago. And more stuff by W. Michael Gear, who we found 3 books of earlier this week, and we found some more today. This one is The Web of Spider. And I do see this one quite often from time to time, so pretty common book. We'll have some more from Mr. Gear in a second. Ben Hogan's Power Golf. Old 25-cent pocket book here. What else we got? Alan Dean Foster's The Moment of the Magician. This is a spell singer novel, adventure. Pretty nice shape at least. And A Child's Garden of Grass. That's a marijuana book. Now I actually got, coincidentally, different edition or variant of the book right here. Yeah, same book. Just different look to it, I guess. Andre Norton's Exiles of the Stars. Oh. And here's Mr. W. Michael Gear again with, I guess we saw this earlier this week, Forbidden Wars number 3. Here's another one, I guess. Unless we don't have that one. Countermeasures. Actually, let me put those aside as well. Jerry Pournelle. Janissaries. I think we found one of these last week, right? So maybe we'll... I think it's a series. Maybe it's the same book. I don't know. Poul Anderson's Harvest of Stars. Pretty nice condition on this one. Tor paperback. Larry Niven's The Flight of the Horse. Is that what it says? Yeah. Jack L. Chalkers. Found a few of his. This is book 4 of the Rings of the Master. This is Mass of the Martyrs. Pretty cool cover art, though. We do have some of the others in that series, and we found a couple others we'll see in a second. Shadow of Earth by Phyllis Eisenstein. Oh, interesting. Not familiar with her. Michael P. Cube McDowell, who probably often gets confused, I would assume, with Michael McDowell, who wrote the Blackwater and other horror novels that are tough to find. This is science fiction Michael McDowell, and that's why I put the P Cube, I guess, in his name. Alternates. Alternities. I don't know how that's said, but whatever. Anyway, and we got Space Gypsies by Murray Leinster. I guess I could repair that. Yeah, if you tear it off, I guess it would probably look better with a little tape right there. So I'm not familiar with this title or the author though, but it looked like some vintage sci-fi, so it's thinner. Bag Day, he makes some exceptions. Get in the Game, forward by Billy Graham. I wonder if it's the same Billy Graham or Billy Graham's. Yeah, it is. Okay, so some more sports stuff there. Christian sports, I guess. M. Somerset Maugham, favorite stories. A little small pocket book here. Originally 35 cents. Okay condition though. We got Empire of the East by Saberhagen. Fred Saberhagen. I do find this pretty often from time. I'm guessing they printed a lot of these big, thick book by Ace though, so there's that. Another W. Michael Gear. This is The Artifact. Gregory Benford again. Galactic Center novels. Must be part of a series. Furious Gulf. A heady mixture of science and no holds barred adventure. All right. Oh, here's another Jack L. Johnson. This is book 2 of the Ring of Mist. Pirates of the Thunder. All right. This there. David Drake's The Far Side of the Stars. The new Lieutenant Leary novel. He's always leering at everybody. That's what I call him that time. Bane book? Or Bane? That's somebody's last name, I believe. I think we found that out a few weeks ago. Passing of the Dragons. This one's not in very good shape. Like Keith Lovers, but it looks interesting. As far as... Oh, wait. Yeah, bad shape on that one. This is science fiction with a new dimension of wonder. Oh, it's short fiction. Yeah, this is short fiction of Keith Roberts, so it's probably got a bunch of stories in there. Oh, never seen... Oh, no, Paperback Depot. Oh, it must be an old place. I don't know if it exists anymore. And yeah, it looks like a dozen or so stories there. Short stories. Strangers in Paradise by Christopher Anvil. Most compelling science fiction fantasy since Planet of the Apes. Huh. So some interesting stuff today. Sherry, who knows? One of these might be a more rare book. We'll find out. Probably not though. King's Blood 4. Odd sounding title. It is an Ace edition too. It's got some pretty cool cover art and on the back too. In the lands of the true game, your lifelong identity will emerge as you play. Prince or sorcerer, Armiger or Tragamore, demon or Doyen, which will it be? Oh wait. Let's see what that was real quick. The Order of Descent by Lineage. Okay. I thought it might be some sort of role-playing / choose-your-own-adventure type book, but I guess not. Give Me Liberty by Martin Harry Greenberg and Mark Tier. This is another Bean book. Nice, pretty nice condition. Though I'm not familiar with the title or the authors otherwise. James P. Hogan, Code of the Life Maker. Got a bunch of other Hogan books that with though. Another Bean book. David Weber, we saw a lot a week or two ago. The Honor of the Queen. Does it say Retief or Retief Unbound by Keith Lauma? Fairly popular author as far as I've noticed when it comes to sales. Books aren't really worth too much, but there are a lot of Laumer fans out there. So. Complete Works 2, The Caretakers, Harold Pinter, Dwarves, a lot of stuff in there. Alan Dean Foster again, Mission to Mulliken. First time in print. Oh. And you got a copy, a big copy of course, of Cryptonomicon. It's a big book, but because it's a big book, its cover is coming loose, to say the least, but luckily I got some book glue that'll take care of that. This is the pop-out paperback edition, which is a little cooler. Not that great a shape though, as you can see otherwise. Spine is, it's a well-read copy, and that only exemplifies it a little more. Ben Bova's Mars, but that can be salvaged. So. And we got a very nice condition looking copy of book 1 of the Heritage Trilogy, Semper Mars, by Ian Douglas. I think we got some others of these as well. I also picked up a bunch of these. At first, I thought these were all art books, but they're not, and they're unfortunately, I think, all in French, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks like French, I guess. Luckily, though, they're all kind of the same type of books, and from my experience, being that there's so many in there, these will sell. It might take a year or two for someone to find an actual potential buyer, but they will. And it looks like they're pretty clean, not writing in them or anything, but kind of a little bit of a mistake here, but it is, as a reseller, this is something that's sellable. It only took up this much room in the bag for what it does, about 10 books, 10 of these though, so yeah, these are plays. Somebody who speaks French or whatever language it is will enjoy them. Oh, it says Paris, so yeah. R.A. McAvoy, Raphael. This is a Bantam edition. I got an Alice Peters book. It's a good find here for Bag Day. The Medieval Whodunit, The Rose Rent. The 13th Chronicle of Brother Cafet. Is that how you say it? Cadfet, or whatever. Oh, pretty nice condition as well. Almost done here. Soul of a Robot, Barrington J. Bailey. Strider. I guess that's the name of the former owner of this book. This is an Orbit edition, an old Orbit edition, so kind of cool to see that, but probably not worth anything. Reginald Bretner. This is Schimmelhorn's Gold. I guess that's how you say it. Interesting. The first novel-length adventure of Papa Schimmelhorn. And we got a lot of really weird random stuff that authors we've never heard of or seen before, at least on this channel. Zena Henderson, Holding Wonder. This looks kind of interesting. There are strange children among us with fantastic powers and alien minds. Startles the imagination. Here are children who believe, but what they believe and how they can realize their beliefs is only half the story. Disney? Not Disney. Disney, for example, believes she is a magician. 2 little boys who teased her can prove it, but they can't tell. She's turned them into rocks. And how do you explain an amazing child who believes in attending school, but is hundreds of years old? The explanation is simple, if you believe. Okay, we'll find out more about that later. Here's another Frederick Poole book, one of the Hichi novels. The Annals of Hichi. At Last, the ultimate book in the renowned Hishi. So, nice condition though. Spine's a little worn, but not bad. Moon Signs by Sybil Leek. The first guide to the other half of the astrological art. Alright, interesting. Rocheworld. Rocheworld, a great new novel by a great new team. Robert L. Ford. I wonder how many people, I think I said this before, have mistaken this for Robert E. Howard, just from far, because it kind of looks like from far Robert E. Howard. Oh well. And Julie Ford Fuller, so husband and wife team, probably. Maybe brother and sister, probably a husband and wife. Could be a father and daughter or something, or mom and son, who knows. The portable Dorothy Parker. So we found a Viking portable library book here in pretty decent shape. That'll end it for now. No pens or highlighter marks within, so yeah, good find there. Yeah, nothing too exciting. I'd give this bag maybe a lot of random sci-fi in there. 6.5 out of 10, not a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is a pretty good score. I'd give this one maybe a 6.5 or so. And luckily found this kind of cool and some okay stuff. I'll be going back there early this week to see what other really cool finds we could find before other people. So we'll be back maybe in the next day or two. Happy reading to you. Hope you had a good weekend. And of course, to those about to read, we salute you.